You can't wander off on your own. You're just too weak and fragile. This is for your own good. Helpless. You're just so helpless. You're just helpless. Do you understand, Toph?
Hello everybody, welcome to Slack Shack. We are here with you guys live from Arizona, where we are in here in our studio, which is also just my spare bedroom, where myself and my best friend slash coworker Neil work full time. So this is Neil. He doesn't have a mic, so which we realized just now. So we were going to be bringing him on. We might still, but he might just have to talk into my microphone. So. Anyway, you guys, we're here to be doing some questions. We're here to be doing some general Avatar discussion. There's a lot to talk about with Avatar, and it's fun to, I don't know, it's fun to just hang out with other people and just talk about that kind of stuff. So we're hoping that'll be a good time. There are a lot of people here that we recognize from our Gamers in the Attic channel, such as Noxcom and GLJ, and there's a lot of other people here that we don't recognize. So thank you so much for being here, and it's a good time. It's good to have you guys. So if you guys have any questions really quick, go ahead and feel free to put them in the chat and we'll take notes of them. Or Neil will try his best to take notes of them and remind us. Julianne from our other channel also is here. Also, Julianne is one of our first patrons here on Slack Shack. We love doing this. We have a really good time doing this. It's our passion, and we're going to do this one way or another, even if it kills us. But it does make it a whole lot easier when we have a little bit of financial support in making these, because these do cost a bit of money. So, if we're able to get more people backing us up on Patreon, also you can join our channel membership. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere below me. You can click on the join button, and that will also get you the prices are. I think they're almost the same or exactly the same, and you can join and get all the same perks and stuff. So YouTube membership or Patreon helps us out a ton. So thanks, Julianne, for helping us out, as well as everybody else over there. So yeah, Free Focus Systems is here. So I do recognize you. Free Focus Systems was subscribed and commented on all of our Slacking Off videos. So we have another channel called Slacking Off, where we make goofy, dumb videos. Well, more like vlog styles. They weren't so much dumb as much as they were like attempted corridor crew style videos, which they're pretty fun. They're actually super fun. We love them. We want to make more of them, and that's something we'll probably touch on later. But Free Focus Systems would comment on all of our videos. So it's good to see you here. Thanks for being here. So yeah, let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and answer some questions. There were a few questions that were asked before the stream started that I'm going to touch on, and I wrote them down. So, thank you. So, the first question came from Daniel A. Hansen, who said, will you collaborate with other studios that make Avatar-related content, like J&J, Team Avatar Films, Flames of Ren, White Lotus Studios? And that's actually a very good question. So I've actually been following J&J Studios. If you don't know, they're making a short film. I believe it's a short film or a series of films called Avatar: The Last of the Airbenders. Really fascinating story. It's basically, it's right after the Airbenders were wiped out, and it follows the last airbender. So this isn't Aang, this is some other airbender who's like, he grows his hair out to hide and stuff. It looks really interesting, and so we've reached out to him. I haven't heard back from him yet, but yeah, we'd love to work with any of these guys. Super cool, fun to work together with people, which is something we learn every time we work on a project. Is it's always important to collaborate with other people who can bring something different to the table. So yeah. Thanks, Daniel, for that question. We had a question right before the stream started from, and I'm going to mispronounce your name, I'm really sorry, but I'm trying my best. Light Sin, if you're still here, let me know how to pronounce your name, who simply asked how much did it cost to make this. And I know like studios are like super like closed about that. They don't like to share how much things cost. But we'll just tell you, so basically we spent about $2,000 to shoot it. So we paid the people who were going to be helping out, or after paying everybody and renting gear and equipment, buying costumes, and I guess we like made T-shirts for everybody. We made a Slacker T-shirt. It was in, you could see it if you watched the behind the scenes video. But anyway, after all that, it was about $2,000, and then to edit everything and do the score and do the effects and all that other stuff, it ended up, now this actually shocked me when I kind of did the math, but it ended up costing, after all that, about $25,000. So we spent about $2,000 to shoot it, which we were able to keep that down thanks to like just the generosity of everybody who helped make it. And then we spent another $23,000 to edit it. So so whenever you guys watch a big Hollywood movie, if the effects aren't super good, or like something sounds a little weird, or there's a little thing here or there that's like, that was a little weird, just remember, like, usually it's because they only gave them $100 million and not $500 million, which sounds kind of ludicrous, but money goes so fast. Even like with just me and Neil and a few other people who've been working on this, like that's a lot of money that went very quickly. So anyway, yeah, it's expensive to make movies for sure. So yeah, so Light Sin did not tell me how to pronounce their name, so they just laughed at me. So I'm waiting for your pronunciation there. Okay, Neil, are there any other questions up there that I'm missing? I'm seeing a few, but...
What was the casting process like? How did you find the actor for Toph?
Oh, that's a good question.
Which we did talk about a little bit in the...
Yeah, well, yeah, we can touch on it again. And we can also address some things that have come up also about the casting process. So, so basically, we knew that was going to be, like, the most important role in this film was going to be the actor. Because if she couldn't pull off the scene, if she couldn't pull off what we were trying to do, it was just, none of it was going to work. The badger mole effect could have been perfect. The cinematography could have been great, who was done by Tanner Lydiard, who's in the chat right now. Hi, Tanner. If you guys have any questions for Tanner, by the way, go ahead and leave them in the comments, and we'll see if we can get him to answer some of those. And then... sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so we were like, we need to really get this right. And so we were posting all over the place. We posted in a lot of different Facebook groups and actor pages and things like that. And we just were basically like, hey, we made a film about Gravity Falls. It got 500,000 views. We want to make a movie about Toph. Do you or anybody you know or any kids you know between the ages of 8 and 12 look like Toph and could play Toph? And so we got a bunch of responses, and we actually, we'll touch on this in a little bit, but we got a bunch of responses from all different backgrounds of people, ethnicities. I mean, we even got at least one hold on, I'm blanking on this, non-gender specific person. So like we've got people all over the place, and the one that and a lot of them were very good. They sent in audition tapes and things like that, and Harley's, who I don't know if she's still here right now, but she was here a minute ago. But Harley sent hers in and just blew us away. And we even sent the hardest part of the script, which was in one shot. It's the shot where she falls down on the ground, starts crying, and the badger mole comes in for the first time. That whole shot is just, there's no words, there's no cuts. It's just crying, real tears, and then has to mime act with some fake thing that's not really there, and act scared, and then let it like start to make her laugh, and then she's happy. So she had to go from crying sad to scared to laughing, all in one shot, no take or no cuts, and she was able to do it perfectly. And so we brought her in and managed to do that. And yeah, she was easy to work with. That was the other thing we wanted to see, is we didn't want to work with some immature child who was going to make everything difficult, which we were expecting. We were expecting a little bit of difficulty working with children. That's a rule of filmmaking: don't work with kids or animals. And we were going to be working with a kid, and we were like, this is okay, let's do it. And she was no issues at all with immaturity or anything. She was super mature, super professional. We talk about it probably, I mean, it probably comes up every single day here in the office of just how good Harley was in every aspect of that. Like, for real, like, we're just like, can you believe how lucky we got? So anyway, super amazing. One other thing that a lot of people have been bringing up, not a ton, this hasn't come up too much, but it does come up that in the show, Toph is presumably and confirmed to be Asian, right? The Earth Kingdom mainly takes inspiration from Chinese culture and other Asian cultures, and so a lot of people are like, how come you didn't cast an Asian actress? And in response to that, usually it's pretty simple. One of them is we didn't have the resources to cast a wider net to find more actors. If we were willing to fly people into Arizona, if we were able to pay more money, I don't know, whatever it would have been, then that might have been more possible. But so that's the easy answer, I suppose. I guess the more in-depth answer is that just Harley. I mean, I think if we had to pick between somebody who was the correct ethnicity but wasn't a stellar actress versus Harley, who is Hispanic but is an amazing actor, I think I'd go with the better actor. The performance is really what's important, and I understand that doesn't sit well with absolutely everybody, so apologies if that does upset anybody, but that's, I think we made that decision, and I think that was the correct decision, in my opinion. So sorry, I got some weird alert that there's a dust wave. Oh yeah, so we're, anyway. So anyway, that's the casting process. I know somebody was asking if we could see the audition itself. I'd have to talk to Harley and her mom about that, but we do have it, and it's really, really good. So we may do a little special video about that at some point. Also, Leitzin means something in German. What did it mean? I saw your answer. It's not your name. Okay, that's all I need to know, I guess. Okay, we got any other questions?
Julianne asked, what was your storyboarding process? And did that part come easy, or did you go through a lot of drafts?
Oh, good question. So is the iPad in here? So I did it all on the iPad. I might have thrown it out. I don't know. I basically, I did. Oh, it's right here in front of me.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can pull them up. So yeah, so we did. Yeah, so I had got an Apple Pencil. I actually bought an Apple Pencil just for this, but I had the iPad, and I've always enjoyed drawing. I think drawing is very fun, and yeah, I do have them right here. Shoot. This is going to be kind of hard to see, but like here's like the main storyboards and stuff. But basically, yeah, so I drew them all myself, and once Tanner and I kind of went over, Tanner, our DP, and I went over the shot list, it was basically just like, okay, now we need to visualize it. And so I just kind of started doodling a little bit, and then the doodles got like more and more in depth, and slowly more and more in depth, and like it's kind of just, I mean, it's clearly just a not super good cartoon, but yeah, kind of in my simplistic style, but it was such that it was easy enough to kind of do that. And some shots are like, medium close of running legs, so but it was enough that that got us what we needed. But that was that made it very easy when it came to shooting, because it was, I guess one thing for anybody who's worked on like film sets before is a lot of times when you're on a shoot that's like, okay, we're gonna be here for 12 hours in the sun, it's very demotivating to not know where you are, and you're just like, I guess we're shooting for 12 hours, I don't know what we're doing, and it's kind of hard to tell where we're at. But to be able to show everybody on set, like, okay, we got these 3 shots. Now we need to get these 3 shots, and then we're done. Or then we can go. Then we can do lunch or whatever. And that made it a lot easier because Tanner and I, we have the whole movie played out in our head 100 times. We know exactly what it looks like. We know what it needs to be like. But also, it was really easy for me to be like, okay, Neil, we're getting a shot of Toph. It's a really big wide shot of Toph, and the badger mole is going to be right here. So keep that in mind and take whatever measurements you need and do whatever we have to do, and that made that a lot easier.
Very helpful.
Yeah, so much easier, and you know, things like here's the wall breaking and stuff. So maybe we'll release all of these on Discord or something. That could be fun. Which, by the way, if oh yeah, no, Discord's open to everybody. So yeah, if you guys want to join, Gamers in the Attic, we have an exclusive Discord just for patrons, but Slack Shack has an open one. So go join our Discord. It'll be fun. Good to have you guys there, and we'll be posting lots of behind the scenes stuff and other photos and things like that. But yeah, and then once we shot everything, we also used I used this to like tell like here's where the walls are gonna go, and here's where the badger moles are gonna go, and here's all my notes and things like that. So yeah, so that was pretty fun. Made things a little bit easier to visualize.
Choppy.
We're getting choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can plug that in if we need to. The Wi-Fi was faster than that was. Which is why I unplugged it. But if it's slowing down, then we can switch. So you might need to switch it up top there. We might black out for just a second, guys. But
Oh, that's right.
are you guys seeing us right now? Are we all good? Let me refresh this because this page might not be good anymore. I guess you're looking on your phone, right? So
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so we got more questions. Let's see. Will there be a part 2? I guess that's the next question. I guess that's the thing we really need to talk about because we do have answers to that. My computer's super like laggy. Was it laggy for you guys? Is it laggy on your phone?
I'm trying to see that live. Yeah, it's really bad.
Well, that's not good.
Mm-mm.
Are our computers running stuff?
No.
All right. Can you guys hear us fine? We look good? Maybe, maybe not. We can lower the resolution a bit if we need to. I don't think we can change it while we're streaming, but you can stop streaming and then start it up again, so we just pause for a second.
I thought you changed the bit rate in the middle of it.
No, you can you? Switch it to 25. Okay, so audio's good, so we can still talk, and we're recording this too, so if we needed to re-upload it or whatever, we can do that pretty easily. Anyway, I guess I don't need this anymore. Okay, so future of Slack Shack, right? What are we doing next? So we are actively working on our next project. We actually, I mean, we're actively, as of like a few days ago, we're actively working on it. It's another fan film. It's another fan film that could lead to more stuff. I just had a meeting with Tanner about it this morning, and yeah, it's a go. It's going to be fun. It is not, however, Avatar related, but the plan is to make that film because we want to make it and we want to show. We want to see if we can get results from something that's not Avatar related because we want to know if people are only here for Avatar or if people are here for, you know, for good fan films and nerdy things. So like we are. So so we'll do that. We'll probably announce what that is. We might announce it at the end of this live stream. I'm not sure, but we might wait for a little bit. But what we want to do after that is an Avatar project. We have a rough storyline. It's another short film. It'd probably be a bit shorter, but it will make you cry a lot more, I think, than this one did. It's a very, very popular episode of The Last Airbender. So and it involves probably, the more I think about it, he's probably my favorite character. It's a boy, spoiler alert, but it is about a very, very popular character. If any of you guys guess it, I'll tell you yes or no. Julianne says, I'm a sucker for tragedy, bring it on. It is tragic. It's in my opinion one of the most tragic stories in Avatar. So yeah, Zuko alone. That's a good idea. It's not that. It's not that episode. Jet, that'd be a good idea, but it is also not Jet. By the way, we have a lot of people from all over the world right now. Let us know where you guys are at. I see an aloha. That's why I thought of that. I know there's some people from. Oh man, now I can't remember. Up in the beginning, I was seeing it, but yeah, let me know where you guys are at. It'd be fun. It may or may not be Iroh. I didn't say I was going to tell you the character. I said I'd tell you the episode, but yeah, it's Iroh. Hawaii. I thought you were from Hawaii. Thank you. Virginia, of course. Ecuador. Can you make fan film? Make more. Of course, we'll make more fan films. That's the best. That's the funnest thing in the world. Frost is from California, Connecticut, Texas, Alaska. Ace is from Alaska. It's probably a little bit nicer up there right now than it is here.
Probably.
Austria. That's okay. I knew. Okay, Austria was the one I was thinking of from earlier. Marco, you're correct. Marco got it. Look at his comment. That's the one. But yeah, Knox is from New Mexico, which we knew. We know Knox very well. Well, not physically, like we've never seen him physically, but he's on our Gamers in the Attic page.
Have you seen our face reveal?
Oh, have we seen Knox's face? Maybe we did. We did a big face reveal with all of our patrons. That was fun. New Jersey, Ghana. Okay, Ghana. Yeah, you mentioned, or somebody mentioned Ghana. Was that you or a few others? There's a few people from Ghana. Oh, that's fun. Norway, Peru, Hollywood. Oh well, Frosted, you gotta hook us up, man. Or girl? Sorry, I don't know what your gender is. Dude, not non-specific gender. Dude, is dude gender neutral?
I feel like it shouldn't be. I feel like buddy, pal, and
I feel like bro wouldn't be, but dude might.
dude might.
I would think so.
You still call people gal, like dude and gal. Are those the
I wouldn't call you gal.
No.
I mean, I might if I was being silly, but I'm gonna fly you guys out to film a PJO fan film on the James River about Annabeth. Oh, Percy Jackson. Okay, I was
like, what's PJO?
Oh, I don't know what O is, but dude is gender neutral in Julianne's book. Okay, Frosted is a girl. So sorry. Apologies.
We're all dudes. Hey.
Kyle, it was so good. Just happened to see that this is live, but honestly could not believe it. I hope the live action is just like this. Cannot wait. Congratulations on the masterpiece. Thank you, Kyle. I really appreciated it. But yeah, we are Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Okay, thank you, Julian. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm really looking forward to this Netflix series. I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of people are like very nervous about it. I'm very nervous about it. I'm not skeptical though. I think like a lot of people are very skeptical of it, and they're like, I think this is going to be bad. I think it will be good. And I hope it will be good. I know the actor for Iroh has been in a lot of interviews lately, and he's only has good things to say about it, which of course you would be if you're in it. But he's gone on and he's like, I'm a big fan of the show. I always have been, and fans have nothing to worry about. So I really hope that that's true. So Kimberly's from Brazil. Qual parte de Brasil? I lived in Brazil for a while.
Spoiler.
But yeah, so anyway, I'm really hopeful. I hope it's really good. And I'm not just saying that because I hope they call us and hire us for season 2, which would be awesome. But we'll see. Do you have any plans on making any more Avatar short films? Yeah, so we were just talking about that. We have one. I guess we'll just say what it is, maybe. But it's Leaves from the Vine. We want to make that into a film. We won't say that anywhere other than this is a live stream exclusive. So we have a short film in mind for that. I wanted to make that before I came up with the Toph idea, but I had no idea how to do it. Because you can't just recreate something. A lot of people do, and I think it's a very good way to learn. I think it's a great. I think it's a good way to exercise your skills as a filmmaker, recreating things. We've done a lot of it, but I think when you want to make something unique, I think it's more valuable once you've done that to make something unique and expand on things. I think that's really where fan films shine, is when they expand on what's already there. And so the question was, what do we do with a scene, with this scene that Leaves from the Vine? What do we do with that scene to expand on it? And it took a long time. I think it was just this weekend I was talking to my brother, who I just ignored his phone call. And while talking to him, we kind of came up with the idea. And so anyway, he helped me out with that. So anyway, so we're going to be making this other short film. It's going to be really fun. And then as soon as it's done, we're going to get started on Leaves from the Vine. Frosted wants to be a filmmaker when she grows up. You should. It's fun. Or if you could think of anything else to do that would make you happy, maybe do that. Filmmaking is a very heartbreaking world to live in, but you know.
Frosted also wants to know how you came up with the idea for Toph.
Okay, I saw that Frosted wanted me. Yeah. So yeah, and that kind of works into this. So we talk about it in the behind the scenes video, and it's mostly just that. But basically, yeah, ever since we were like, hey, let's make fan film, or let's make fan films, let's make short films, let's be filmmakers. I always wanted to make a Avatar fan film. I grew up watching The Last Airbender. I was the perfect age. I think I was 12 or something when it came out. So I was like right there with Aang and the group, and it was so cool. And me and friends would play it all the time, and because we were little goofy kids. And yeah, I always wanted to do something with The Last Airbender, but with a limited budget and limited time. We knew that it had to be a short, concise thing, and again, we didn't want to just recreate something. We wanted to expand on something. So we're like, well, we could do something with Aang, I guess, like before the show starts, maybe, or maybe after. I really like the comics that came out after, that take place shortly after. So I was like, maybe we could do that. But the issue with doing that is then we would have to ask some kid to shave their head. I mean, like, yeah, that's just, you'd have to do that, and that'd be rough, I think. And so we were like, well, maybe we do something about an adult Aang, or maybe we do something with Tenzin, his son from Legend of Korra. That could be cool. But every time we would try and write something and plan something out, it kind of just wasn't really working. Kind of like this story that I'm telling right now. And but then one day we were driving home, me and my wife were driving home, and I think we were watching The Last Airbender, like at my parents' house or something. And we were driving home, and I was like, what if we made a film about Toph? Because she's like one of the best characters in the show. She's super fun. And I was like, and there is a backstory that hasn't really been told. And so we, as soon as we came up with that idea, it was all downhill from there. It was, we knew what time period we wanted it to be in. We knew we could expand on what was already there. I mean, it's just a 30-second scene in that episode, so really pretty easy. And yeah, we went from there. It was pretty good. Boomy? Boomy could be fun. Get some old man to play Boomy. We'd have to.
Younger Boomy. Like
a young Boomy? Oh, that could be fun. Some crazy, just ripped king.
Yeah, like some 30-year-old Boomy or something.
Or like he becomes king when he's in his 20s, and he's like, I don't want to be a king. I just want to ride on carts
It's like the start of the war.
and they're like, dude, there's a war. You gotta.
Only during the start of the war. That would be interesting to see where he was at during all.
Oh, that
'cause
could
he
be
was a kid at that
fun.
point, right?
Mostly, yeah.
That
Yeah.
could be fun. You should do
That's a good idea. Who said that? Ace. That's a good idea, Ace. Okay, we might have to.
Yeah, we might.
Might have to hold on to that one.
Writer's room for that one.
Anyway, we got a lot of people here still. KS, excited to hear about Leaps from the Vine, possibly in the future. Absolutely love Toph. You captured her and the spirit of Avatar: The Stairbender perfectly. Thank you, KS. Hello, Raphael. Marco and Bolin. That would be a good one. Blair Short. I'd make a blind joke, but the moderators blind banded it. That's good. That's good. Can you ban him real quick, actually? Yeah, get on that. That's good, Blair. I have an idea / suggestion for the next one. When Iroh lost his son and went to discover himself. Roku's story and the dragon. Oh, Roku, that could be a good one. Roku's story. Yeah, those are good ideas. Amphibia or Owl House. We did make a Gravity Falls video, so it is kind of in line with that. Amphibia would be hard because we'd have to make a bunch of frog people. But that would be cool. My wife just finished the show. Sam wants to know how to join the Discord. Is it in the description of this video? It may not be. But in the description of the short film, at least, and in the behind the scenes videos, there's a link to join our Discord. If there's not one in this, it's
not, but I can add it.
Neil will add it. But yeah, go join. It'll be fun. We'll be posting a bunch of just stuff there from this project as well as future projects. So yeah. Oh, and then there's Boomy, son of Aang. That's true. He's a nut. Like, he's cool. He's the best general in the whole world. And then he's just also a crazy person. That's a good idea. Okay, do we have any other questions? It's 4:05. We're going to be doing this until about until 5 o'clock. So we got.
Indy asked earlier, how long was it in making this film?
Great question, Indy. So we started it in. We filmed it in August, right? August of 2020. Thanks, Julianne, by the way. If you guys, want to help us out to recoup some of that cost, which, as we mentioned before, this cost $25,000 to make. If you guys want to help us out to recuperate some of that, you can follow Julianne's lead and throw in a little super chat or super sticker. It helps us out a ton, and it's really exciting. So thanks, Julianne. But anyway, so we filmed it in August. I think we had about a month or two before that we were planning it. So we started in like June or July or so of 2020. So right in the start of COVID. So that's why in all our behind the scenes photos we're wearing masks. And then we filmed it in a week. We filmed it on one day, and then a week later we finished it. So 2-day shoot over the course of a week. Should have been pretty easy. We edited it in about, we got the edit and sound design and score done in like another month or so. And then the visual effects took almost 2 years. That was the $25,000 part. But yeah, it was rough because like with COVID and stuff, we had to, work was really slow. And so we had to take a lot of lower paying gigs just to survive. And so we ended up getting a lot busier, and then work slowed down a lot, and we had to get jobs, and then we quit our jobs because work started picking up again. So then work was crazy, and also Neil and I started a YouTube channel called Gamers in the Attic, which I've mentioned a few times. We started that, and that got pretty successful. Don't worry, I'll do a whole spiel. All the Gita people who are watching right now, I'll do a spiel to get everybody to go watch.
Should be in the description now.
Sweet. I think the link for that YouTube channel, by the way, is in the description also, right?
Yeah,
for Gamers in the Attic. So anyway, we started a YouTube channel that got a fair amount of success, and it's super fun, and we've been enjoying it. But that took a lot of work, and anyway, eventually, after Neil and I were working full-time doing this, we decided we were going to take some time off of Gamers in the Attic and everything else to just focus on this film. And I think it ended up taking 3 months, and we finished it. So, so now we're back to doing Gamers in the Attic, so that's fun. Okay, that was the question. And the answer. Hi, I'm a vivid fan of ATOA. Oh shoot, I don't know what that is. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, Kyoshi's Warriors. Oh, that's cool. Suki and the Kyoshi Warriors. That's a good idea. That would be really fun. We probably, I don't know, we probably won't do much stuff that will be in this new Netflix series first season, because I don't know, we're about to get it. Like, I think the reason we were really excited about doing the Toph film too is because it was like, we're not going to get Toph for years. Like, even if this Netflix series is a success and it works really well and everybody loves it, they still have to make season 2, and she's not going to appear until like halfway through that. So let's do a Toph thing so that we can get like a Toph thing out there, right? And so, like, yeah, we're going to be getting Kyoshi and Suki and Aang, and, you know, we're going to be getting a lot of that here in, you know, less than a year or so. So by the time we come out with something, those will already be out, and hopefully they'll be better than what we would do. Almost certainly. So assuming, you know, it's done well. So we could do one about the Fire Lord. That could be cool. But yeah, the whole idea of making a fan film is to give something, put something out there that wouldn't normally be put out there. I mean, even when anything is adapted, you know, things get cut. So, so I think it's nice if fan films have the opportunity to kind of fill the gaps a little bit. So anyway, that's kind of where we're doing. And like, I don't know that they'll do a backstory for Toph, like, in the show. I mean, it wasn't even until book 3 that they talk about it. It's only 30 seconds. I mean, it could be, I mean, they could cut that whole episode in the live action series. So maybe there's never a live action Toph backstory. So I mean, this could be the only one. So that's another kind of, that was another kind of motivator for doing this. You cover the creation of the Foggy Swamp Tribe. That could be fun. That's a good one. Yeah, that's probably one that wouldn't be touched. Yeah, that's a good idea. I am also excited to see live action Sokka be. We have a little teleprompter. I'm reading your guys' comments, so sometimes I have to lean in. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see a lot of this. But yeah, ramen. Yeah, I'm very nervous about this film, this Netflix series. It could very well burn us again. I was so excited for the movie when it came out, and yeah, it was very disappointing. So I mean, it could be. I'm nervous, but I from what I've seen, it'll probably be good. So, fan film of Sokka under cactus juice effects. Somebody did that. There is actually a shot-for-shot recreation of the cactus juice scene. You should look it up. It's really funny. So yeah, that one's out there. Could you release a few in February during Aussie summers? We need all the fan films we can get. Blair, are you from Australia then? I like Australia. It's a fun country. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we get to a point where we're releasing a short film every month. If we can afford it, we'll be making these all the time. We'd love for this to be our full-time job. So yeah, if we can get the support behind it with Patreon donations and stuff, and then also just YouTube AdSense or revenue or behind the scenes sponsors or things like that. So if anybody knows of any sponsors who would like to maybe sponsor us,
that'd be dope.
Send this their way. But yeah. Julianne, once I'm a world-renowned author with more money to spare, I will donate to you and fund all the fan film projects. Julianne, you need to help us write some fan film projects. Julian, you need to help us write a Lord of the Rings fan film, because I don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. I don't know enough. So, yeah, you need to help us out there. By the way, Julianne is a fantastic writer. So, but yeah. Do we have any other questions? Any other fun topics? I know there's a lot. They kind of goes fast, so I know there's questions that I missed. So. We've got a lot of good suggestions for other fan film, or yeah, other Avatar-related fan films. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got?
What's your favorite Avatar episode?
My favorite Avatar episode. There's so many, isn't there? We're rewatching them right now. Because my 3-year-old, after the Toph film came out, she really liked it. So my wife just turned on Avatar, and she loves it. So now she'll ask to go watch Toph all the time, and so it's really fun. Oh, we got a lot of questions all of a sudden. And so anyway, I guess I don't know. Like right now, like we're almost done rewatching all of them, and one of my favorites right now is the first episode with Toph. Like it's a really good episode. I think it's a 2-parter. I can't remember, but super good episode. It's super fun, and I really like it. I kind of like how we see this. I guess I like the idea of like somebody who's capable of way more than they let on. And so, like, in the beginning, how she's like, no, I'm just a dumb blind girl. I can't see anything. Oh, I thought I heard something. I was scared. Just to get, like, Aang away from her. Like, I thought that was really funny and cool. So I like that episode a lot. I like the Iroh Tales of Ba Sing Se story. That one's amazing. I promise I like other ones other than the ones that we want to make short films out of. But yeah, those, I don't know, those are really good. Yeah, I really enjoy those. What was the question from Mick? Your comments go. I'm Creative. I can't read it from there. It just.
Wait,
I'm Creative.
He said, "Where are we located?" And then he says that my friends and I are currently working on a Star Wars fan film, so it's cool to see the people making high-quality fan films.
We have some. I have too many Star Wars fan films in mind. I had this idea. I was like, let's make 5 Star Wars fan films as one big package thing. And now it's like at 15. Like I don't want to make all of them, obviously, but like I'm like now I don't know which 5 to make because I keep coming up with weird ideas. But we are in Arizona, so we are in Mesa, Arizona specifically, which is a suburb of Phoenix. It's like 30 minutes away. So yeah, super hot here, and for some reason we like to film outside in the desert while it's summertime. Don't know why we like to do that, but we do. Okay, and I know there were a bunch of other questions there too. Where are you from? I'm a creative. Yeah.
Frosted asked if you played any instruments.
Are there any ukuleles in the shot? Yeah, there's one back there. So we have a ukulele there, 3 behind the camera, 4 behind the camera. I play ukulele. Neil plays a little better than me. Neil plays a lot better than me. I also play saxophone and a little bit of piano. Neil plays piano much better than me. Neil's definitely the musical one here. But yeah. Let's see. On what?
On everything, just
piano?
no, maybe not.
Definitely not piano.
But you can play music on piano. I can just make up stuff.
Yeah. Neil's like, you can if you practice for a really long time.
You practice for like a day, you know.
Danon, if you practice for a few weeks, you can play a song perfectly. I have to just improvise perfectly. No, Neil's super good. Neil's way better at piano than I am, and he's a little better at ukulele than I am. He's got a more of a musical brain than me. Owl House fan film, that could be really fun. I haven't actually watched too much of Owl House though, is the problem. I need to really like binge the whole thing. Hello. Hello. You can come in and say hi for a second. This is my 3-year-old. Bunch of people who haven't seen her yet. So this is Victoria. Say hi. Say hi. Yes, good job. She, when we started this, she was, her hair's caught in my microphone. When we started this, when we started this film, she was 1, and now she's 3. So, actually, when we started, my wife was not pregnant. Then when we filmed, she was pregnant. And then she had a baby, and then the baby turned 1, and then we finished the film. So yeah.
One of 2.
So this is the first one. The other one's a little smaller.
As it happens.
Yeah. All right. Can you go get Mom, please? Okay. Have fun. Go play with. Well, you gotta go get Mom.
I can't.
You can't?
I can't.
What?
I can't.
Why not?
She tent. But yeah. Anyway, GLJ points out that it's been a while since we've gotten a uke on the stream. That's true. It has been, hasn't it? 1 second. All right, Victoria, come here. I need you to go out. Here, Mom's calling you. Hurry, go get her. I lied. Her mom was not calling her. I'm locking the door now. Okay. That happens a lot on Gamers in the Attic.
It does.
My wife is watching the stream. Jory Biggs is my wife. She's watching the stream right now. She's probably like, how did she get in there? But yeah. While exiting the cave, Toph's mother said, look out for the rocks. Was that by accident or was it planned, considering Toph is blind? Renee, that's a great question. So we jumped on Zoom with our good friend Maddie Brunaler, who is a very talented and very successful voice actress. She's been in a bunch of things, from Five Nights at Freddy's to this new Dislight game that's coming out. It's been sponsored everywhere. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's spelled weird. But she's in those. She's in movies and TV shows and cartoons. She's everywhere. She's awesome. She was in our Gravity Falls film. She played Mabel. She was a big help behind the scenes on our Danny Phantom film. Anyway, we reached out to her to do the voice, and she did like a perfect imitation of the mom, and which I only learned like a week ago. Her name was Poppy. Because I watched the behind the scenes video that Neil made, and she calls her Poppy, so I didn't know that.
I only know that because of Maddie's interview.
Yeah, because Maddie's interview in the behind the snes video.
She knows the character more than we do.
Yeah, well, it's good. She's the one playing her. So, but anyway, we were on Zoom and we just were chatting about stuff to say, and it was just funny. Like she would say stuff. I was just like, go ahead, just start talking. Let's do stuff. And here's the scene. Like here's the time. And she's watching it and reading it as it's going, and it's just, she would say something and we just think it was so funny, and we're like, that's so ironic, and like it all informed the mom's character, really. And so she's like, look out for the rocks, like don't, yeah, like she's blind. I guess she's probably saying like, watch your step, I guess is kind of what she's meaning by that. But my favorite line from that is, be careful, the dust, like
The dust?
don't let the dust give you a bruise. But anyway, it just was so funny. And then yeah, just like, she's too scared to walk, you're gonna have to carry her home, and all this stuff. Sorry, the 3-year-old is banging on the door, don't worry about her. So yeah, so it was just funny, and we had a lot of fun with that. There's one line too where you can hear it, where she hears her mom, and you can hear her mom saying like, Toph, if you can hear us, sit still, we'll find you. Like, she doesn't even trust her own daughter to like find them. Like you would think she'd say like, follow our voice, but no, she's like, just stay where you are, you poor delicate child. And so anyway, anyway, those are all stuff that Maddie and I came up with while we were chatting and recording, and that was super fun. So did you draw the picture? Did you draw the picture made the video? I drew all of the storyboards, if that's what you're asking. And thank you, by the way, for saying we did a good job, Hannah. One more idea. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I've never heard of that. Is that a book or a series or something? It sounds intriguing. But yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that. That sounds really cool. I have to look into that. But yeah. What made you want to make a Toph Avatar fan film? We kind of talked about this a bit, multiverse director. But we wanted to make something that would expand on Avatar: The Last Airbender, not just remake something that's already been made. And so we wanted to, yeah, we wanted to take something about a character and explore it a little bit more. And Toph, I think, is a character that everybody loves, and wanted to see more of. So yeah, that was kind of where we went. And see you, Ace. Thank you so much for stopping by. This video will still be on our channel, assuming the audio or the quality is fine. So check back in later.
Late Sin asked, which program do you use for editing?
We are Adobe people, so we use Adobe. I used Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, and After Effects. There was actually a lot more Photoshop in this than I expected to be, which is weird because Photoshop is obviously a photo tool. And then Neil used Blender. Neil knew a good amount of Blender before we started this, but pretty much everything you did in this, you learned like on the spot. So yeah, so Neil, pretty much everything Neil did was learned from the ground up. So yeah, so he used Blender. I used all the Adobe stuff. We used Soundly, which is a sound design program to help with the sound design, sound effects, and I don't know what Tanner Stufflebeam used to do the music. Was it Pro Tools?
I don't know.
Tanner Stufflebeam did our score, and he killed it. Absolutely incredible. We've gotten a ton of comments about his music. Is so good. But I don't know what he used.
I hope he makes it behind the scenes for that. That'd be cool.
That would be really cool. Yeah, go subscribe to his channel. It's Infinitely Amplified. We talk about it a bit in our behind the scenes video as well. So, Julianne wants to know a question that I wish people would ask about your work and answer it. Okay. I am doing fine. Anyway, would you play? That's not about the work, I suppose, but I wish people would ask me more often, so I could lie to them and tell them I'm fine. And I'm just kidding. I don't know, Julianne. That's a great question. I'll answer these questions first, and then I'll think of something. Would you plan on doing a DC fan film following The Flash? Probably not with The Flash, because there's so much about The Flash already. Like, there's a show that's been going on for far too long. So I don't know if I would do a Flash one. I would love, honestly, I'd love to do a Superman thing. I'd love to do something that's good old-fashioned Superman. Because I feel like DC and Warner Brothers are scared of Superman right now. Like, Henry Cavill's like, I'll do a Superman movie. Let's make Superman movies. And they're like, yeah, okay. But no, probably not. And so, like, I don't know. It'd be fun to make, like, a Christopher Reeves style Superman movie. I think that'd be super fun. Like, he doesn't have to be dark and broody. Like, he can have, I think he should have internal conflicts, and I think he should be a complex character. But I think there's a lot of comic books that have been coming out recently. I particularly really like the Rebirth comics. I started when that event happened, and I've been reading most of them since. And I like the direction that's gone in and stuff like that. So I'd love to do a Superman one, I guess, if I had to pick DC. That being said, Neil, do you think we can do the visual effects for a Superman movie very easily?
I don't know if I want to.
I know, that'd be a lot. Maybe when we have more money.
It's already hard enough to make somebody look like they're flying.
It is so hard. It is so hard.
I need to make it look good.
I know, you need a lot of money.
CG at that point.
That being said, the CW does have a great Superman and Lois show that I really enjoy. So, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't even bother. I might do... There might be like an obscure DC character. I'm trying to think of one that I would want to make a film out of, like a fan film.
Deadshot.
Not Deadshot, because he's in the Suicide Squad. Harley Quinn, and we'll Harley Quinn, and we'll cast Harley Quinn to be in it.
Perfect.
That'd be good. But yeah, Hungry Canadian. Hey, what's up, Hungry? How's it going, Canadian? He's also a longtime follower of Gamers in the Attic. Would you be interested in doing a sci-fi short film? Also, have you been drinking enough water and getting enough rest? Thanks for reminding me. Well, our next, I guess we might as well tell them about our next project.
I suppose.
I'm not good at drinking water. I don't do it very often. I need more practice.
Haven't got the hang of it.
So we are going to be making a sci-fi short film. Sorry, wipe all the water off my face. We're going to be making a sci-fi short film next. This is our next project. And it will be based on... Sorry, I had to burp. Dragging this out. We're going to be making a Halo fan film. We've been playing Halo a lot on our other channel, Gamers in the Attic. That's kind of like our main game that we play. For anybody who doesn't know, who doesn't follow Gamers in the Attic, Neil grew up playing video games, especially Halo. And I grew up not playing any video games. So a few years ago, especially Halo, so a few years ago he made me play all of Halo by myself leading up to Halo Infinite. And we did, got all the way through it. And
2,224 deaths.
yeah, and it was and somebody counted, GLJ counted 2,224 deaths. Two less, and it would have been an even 2,222. So anyway, it's not going to be just like, it's not going to be a standard Halo film though. It's very different than anything that's been out there. Master Chief isn't in it. The Covenant aren't in it. The UNSC isn't in it. And then yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. It's like it's gonna be the kind of thing that you'll see the title and you'll go, okay, Halo, but then you'll start and it'll be like,
That's not Halo.
this isn't Halo, and then by the end of it you'll be like, oh my gosh, that was Halo. So that's how it's gonna go. So we're really excited about that. We're not gonna say too much more about it, but anyway, it's gonna be hopefully a much easier project than Toph was. It'll be done a lot quicker. And then after we're done with that one, we are going to be making another Avatar film, which Saint Sakram Nimala asked if we were going to be making any more. So yeah, so we're going to make a Halo one, and then we're going to make a another Avatar one. And then the plan is right now, and this could change as it's changed already a bunch, is after that we'll make a Gravity Falls short film. We've been promising that we were going to make a Gravity Falls short film for a while now. Yeah. So we will do that. The plan is to do that after the next Avatar one that we make. That being said, could very easily be pushed back again. So anyway, so if you guys are Halo fans, definitely follow along and go follow our channel, Gamers in the Attic, because we play that all the time. So it should be fun.
The Hungry Canadian wants to know if our Halo short film was about the construction worker.
It's not about the construction worker. That's an inside joke on Gamers in the Attic. If you're a Halo fan, Noble 6, he's actually a construction worker.
That's the true story.
It's the lore, and Halo, aka Master Chief, is married to Cortana. Anybody who's not following our YouTube channel is probably like very triggered right now. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, will there be a Rick and Morty Easter egg in the Gravity Falls? Of course there will be. There wasn't one in the trailer. That's because you got to save it for the movie. But yeah, we do have like a series of Halo short films planned. We're only going to make the first one, and if it does well enough, then and we don't get sued, then we'll make more. But yeah, but that's the plan right now. What would you do now if you haven't got into creating YouTube content? What would you do if you got all the money to create any fan film? Literally so expensive the Fed can't not print more. Good questions. So if we weren't making YouTube content, you specified YouTube content, so I'm going to take that. We'd be making short films for Vimeo probably. No, I don't know. There's nothing else we would do. I mean, we have a production company that is professional. It's called Superstition Studios. And Superstition Studios makes commercials, and it makes instructional videos and weddings and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And that's what we do for money mostly. It takes a lot of time. That's why often stuff takes a long time. So I guess that, but still making movies. I don't know. This is really the only thing we want to do is make films and things like that. So, and then the other question was, if we had all the money in the world, what fan film would we make? I feel like
Avatar.
I always knew this answer, but I can't think of what it would be right now.
Maybe a Star Wars thing.
Probably Star Wars. Yeah.
Or a Star Wars wizard.
Well, that would be cool.
That'd be fun.
But yeah, no, it'd probably be Star Wars related. I think it'd have to be. Yeah. I have a few ideas. There's this new series or this new movie or series. I don't know what it is. Star Wars Acolyte. Maybe one of you guys can tell me if it's a movie or series. But that takes place before the Phantom Menace, and that's the era that I think is most fascinating. So it'd be in that a fan film that takes place in that time period. Scribbling Joe, subscribe to Gamers in the Attic.
Woo!
Thank you. We are going to be so we're going to be doing this until 5 o'clock, and then when this live stream ends, everybody who's still here will be redirected to our Gamers in the Attic live stream, which will be starting right after that. We're literally going to switch sides, so I don't know if you can see the camera right there, but that camera we'll turn it around, and these microphones are where me and Neil are going to sit. We're going to be playing Legend of Zelda. So if you guys like Legend of Zelda, maybe stick around. It'll be a good time.
We're doing all the voices.
But yeah, and then I was gonna say something else about that, but I can't remember. Saint asked if we would do a Homelander or Omni-Man short. I don't know that we would. There's a lot of stuff out there already. Like Omni-Man is everywhere. Homelander is everywhere. I think like it would get views, but I don't know that it would say anything else that hasn't already been said. Like there are even Omni-Man versus Homelander stuff out there already. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know that we would. I think there's already a lot of stuff there. But again, like if we can make a Superman thing, like that's funny. Like Superman is like the most famous character of all time, and yet he's nowhere. Like nobody's making Superman stuff right now. And if they are, it's like a joke, like in the Super Pets movie. Like he's in that, and that's it. So like that's probably what I would do.
Is that just because Superman's too powerful?
I think it's just because people don't know how to write for him. To be fair, it is difficult. Yeah, he's got all these powers. Like, what do you do? But then there are comic books that are like really like there are really good stories there. So yeah, Harley wants to know if we read I'm a Creative's comment. Which one? He's left a few comments.
There's one where he asked about collaborating.
Oh yeah, is that your YouTube channel? So we can always go back and check out your YouTube channel. That'd be fun. A One Punch Man film. That'd be fun. Cowboy Bebop. I haven't watched either of those too much, but that would be really fun. There is a shot-for-shot recreation of a One Punch Man scene, and super fun, super cool. I can't remember who the creators are, but if you just look it up, it's really cool. But yeah, Julianne, I'd love to see all of your one-shot fanfics for Tolkien. That'd be really fun, actually. Especially because I'm not like a die-hard Lord of the Rings fan. That could actually be pretty cool to like I wouldn't be biased towards any character or anything like that. I'm gonna stand up for just 1 second. Not to worry. My monitor is dying, so I'm just gonna replace the battery. But yeah, anyway. Now I can't read your comments. Oh no! But Neil can. Oh no! No one's commenting. That's the whole point. Just kidding. You guys are fine. You guys are probably getting a really weird angle at the moment. Sorry, apologies.
To answer this one, will you make a full-length film? If so, what would it be of?
Yeah, we want to make a full-length film really bad. This isn't gonna work.
With the big battery.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. Neil, I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna let you
Read comments.
tell me the comments. Oh yeah, sorry. There we go. Yeah, we'd probably. Yeah. I'll let you do it.
Plop that in.
I mean, yeah, we want to make a feature film.
You guys want-
It's just those take much longer and are much harder and cost much more money. I don't. Oh, thanks. You're a doll. You're a gal or whatever you wanted me to call you earlier.
I'm a dude. Let's go with it.
Dude's fine. Dude's fine.
It's good.
I don't remember how I set this up last
You're
time.
missing a...
Yeah, you gotta. I got you. Hold on, guys. This is pretty much what you can expect with any like Gamers in the Attic one too.
It's about this good.
It is. Oh, where'd it go?
Oh boy.
Oh, we lost it. That's what.
Hang on, zoomed in.
Yeah, that happens. Anyway, any other questions, guys? Whilst we
Would you do a...
fix the
let's
chat.
see, a horror film? Would you do a Michael Myers Halloween fan film? That could be kind of...
Fan film. That could be pretty fun too, cause
We haven't made a whole lot of horror thriller.
yeah, we're not much into the horror stuff, are we?
It'd be fun to do some.
Yeah, Arizona is a big horror film place. People here in Arizona really like the horror stuff. So I don't know. I feel like I've always just been uninterested because there's already so many horror stuff out there. But it'd be fun to try and like do something unique, like different, because I don't know all the tropes of horror really. So yeah, so I don't know. That could be kind of fun. But yeah.
Julianne's got ideas for post-apocalyptic Rapunzel retelling.
Oh, that could be fun.
That's the script, Julianne.
That could be cool. Yeah, send that over. Lord Peng wants us to make more stories. It wants to know if we'll make more. Yes, we will make more. Asked in Spanish, but I can read Spanish. More or less. But yeah, we're planning on making more stuff right now. So for anybody who missed it, earlier today I was actually meeting with Tanner Lydiard, our DP, to talk about our next project, which will be a Halo fan film, followed by another Avatar fan film. So we want to shoot those. We want to shoot those fairly close together. We might film the Avatar one before we finish the Halo one. But yeah. So I'm not entirely sure exactly how soon that'll happen, but we're hoping that we can get that done quickly. You actually like, oh, okay. Any other questions? Does anybody have any questions for Harley? She's still here, and she could answer them, and I will just read it out loud. But yeah. B said, I'll ask one more time before I have to head out. Would you consider doing a Ghibli fan film, something like Spirited Away? That would be very, very fun. That'd be tough, but yeah, that would be cool.
We would need like an insanely good production designer for that.
That would be, yeah.
We would need some solid sets, solid costumes, solid costumes.
Yeah, that probably would be the hardest thing we'd ever make, like we could ever make, unless we got very, very, very creative with the story. So I don't know, but that's a good idea. Studio,
Really cool.
I mean,
The animation's so beautiful though. Like when we.
I know,
ruin it,
it's
but
so
try to
hard.
make that happen.
I mean, we could do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's other Ghibli stuff that we could look at, like not necessarily Spirited Away.
No, but even like a Ghibli style film.
I know it would be.
Fun.
That would be. Oh, like
Like,
just
the
in that style.
Yeah, but
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like, how do you make Ghibli live action?
That's true.
That
That's
could
a
be
good idea.
interesting.
Okay. So yeah, we'll look into that. That's a good idea though, B. Is there going to be another Avatar one? Yes. So we'll make our Halo one and then an Avatar one right after that. Tyler says, I watched your Avatar video. I loved it. Big fan of the OG series, and I really like Toph as a character. I hope you make more Avatar videos. So do I. Thank you very much. The multiverse director wants to know how Harley Quinn got the role of Toph. We put out a big audition, or we put out a big casting call. A bunch of people auditioned, sent in video auditions and headshots and all that kind of stuff. And out of all of them, like there were a lot of really good ones, but there was no beating Harley's. It was just perfect.
Do we ask Harley how she found us, or how she found your post?
It was her mom on Facebook, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah. So she found it on Facebook, and yeah, it looks like she's answering it as well. Oh wait, maybe not.
Oh,
Anyway, so anyway, that was how she was cast, and she came in, and we did a little bit of in-person auditioning as well, just to see how she took direction and things like that, and judge her like maturity levels and whatnot, and yeah, super mature, super professional, very good at taking direction. So yeah, it was that took the film from being a mediocre film to something that I think was very good, largely due to her. So yeah. Let's see. Grave of the Fireflies, Princess Mononoke, yeah. A Zuko or Aang fan film. I'd like to do something like that. I do have something for Zuko. Aang would be difficult because, one, airbending is very difficult. The other thing about Toph that was easy, like this Toph film specifically, was that there was no martial arts in it, which is kind of a bummer because martial arts is very fun to watch, and that's one of the reasons why the show was so good, is because how faithfully they translated the martial arts. But that was just something that would have been another thing for us to worry about. And so being an origin story, we could pretty safely be like, Toph doesn't really know the best techniques yet, but she does understand that she can do a little bit of earthbending. So she's just going to throw her fists forward and hope it works, and it does. And so that was the extent of it. So if we did an Aang or a Zuko or something that had fighting in it or bending in it, we need to bring other people on who can do the martial arts side of things, which we want to do. We'd love to do, but that's just another element that we have to do add to that. So yeah. Let's see. I'm not getting tired. You're getting tired.
We still have a stream to do after this.
Yeah, that's right. We do.
We get soda.
Yeah, we're gonna need some caffeine or something after this. But yeah, thank you guys, by the way, for being here. This is really fun. I was really nervous about how this was gonna turn out. I didn't know if anybody was gonna show up. So yeah, thank you guys for being here and sticking around. What time is it, by the way? We got 15 minutes then, fellas and fellows. We love you, Mr. Director, man. Thank you, Jamin Cox, somebody I've never met before in my life. Jamin is my brother-in-law. But yeah, CAB, thank you so much for being here. But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to think if there's any. I do have a question for you guys. What was, and this is genuine, I'm not like trying to ego stroke or anything like that, but I do want to know, what was your guys' favorite part of the film? Like, what was the part that you were like, maybe not even your favorite part, but like, what was one part that really stuck out to you as just like, this is really awesome? Like, what was the point where you were like, this is a good film, or a fine film? And if there wasn't, then you can say that too. You can be like, no, there was never a point. But just so we know, I mean, when we were, like, I edited this 2 years ago, like right after we shot it. I edited it, did the sound design, and did the score, and I thought like, oh, this is very emotional, and I really like this, and this part is very, like, it lands very well, and I like this and stuff. But then after 2 years of doing visual effects and manually frame by frame adding Toph's blind eyes onto her, I kind of just, I didn't really see, you know, I couldn't tell if it was good anymore. And if you've made a movie before and you've worked a long time on it, sorry, my dog is barking. But if you've made any form of art, after a while you forget like, is this actually good, or is it just whatever? And so it's really cool to see comments of people. But yeah, I'd like to see what you guys think here. The blind sense part where she sees for the first time. Okay, good. I didn't know. That was kind of a hit or miss moment for me. I didn't know if that was going to work. The smirk at the end. That was like the smirk at the end was the one that I was the most like proud of at the time. Like when I edited it and everything, and we did it, and I was like, wow, this is a powerful shot, and Harley does a great job, and the music perfectly ends, and like the way it goes, oh, it's so good, this is like the culmination, it's so great. But then yeah, after 2 years I was like, is this actually a cool moment, or is this just awkward? Like I can't tell anymore. Is this cringy? I don't know. Is it great? And so seeing everybody comment about that kind of was a really nice reaffirmation that like, oh yeah, this is good. Hello. Yeah, there's a thing there. Is that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you for drinking most of my soda. Just kidding.
I drank like 2 sips.
My sister brought me some caffeine. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I am your wife.
No, my sister gave it to you to give it to me.
Yeah.
This is my wife. You can wave. She helped with a lot of the sound design, and also she's the one that tripped over the log in the shot where Toph trips over the log. That's her.
Yeah, I scraped my leg when I did that.
Yeah, she scraped her leg good. Also, the shot of you walking, the shot of Toph
the
walking on the stone path,
That was me too.
because the stone path was actually CGI, and so we had to like build an actual stone path and
In
have
our
her walk
backyard?
across. Yeah, it's just in our backyard.
We're
Most of
dismantling
it isn't, but some of it still is there. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, she helped a lot with that. She fits perfectly. Like she's really small, so she fits into the.
And small.
So she fits
It's
into
true.
the
I'm like your
costume.
same height when you're sitting.
Yeah.
That's
Look
not
at that.
fair.
Anyway,
Come on, Bear.
bye bear. There's another dog.
Hi, doggo. That's the newest dog.
Well, Tate's gonna come by at some point.
Why?
He needs the keys to the storage unit.
Oh, okay.
And your
Cool.
dad said you had them.
I do.
I was like, I know he has one.
Yeah, they're out there. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, let's see. So yeah. So anyway, that was yeah, that smirk moment was one where I was like, this could be really good. It could be not really good, and it sounds like everybody really enjoyed it. So that was a huge relief to me that was good. So. But yeah, Scribbling Joe thought that Toph was cast very well. Absolutely agree. And the story was amazing. Thank you. The smirk at the end sealed the deal. Yeah, that's kind of supposed to be the moment where she was like, she decided who she was going to be, and now she knows like, oh, she's able to do these things. Because the whole film, she's frustrated that she can't be independent. And that even leads into the show, is she's frustrated that her parents won't give her the independence that she is able to have, and so she sneaks out and she does fights and earthbending and stuff. And so we wanted that to be the start of it, is she learns how to be able to be independent. And that smirk was supposed to be like, yeah, I can do this. So yeah. Does Arizona have the perfect environment for dark caves? Ha, that's a really good question. Thank you for asking. No.
No, it does not.
If you look at the behind the scenes video, it shows it there, but also in our VFX breakdown, which was playing before this was going, but is also on our channel. You'll see that the cave is actually just a cliff, essentially. So there's a cliff, and it kind of caves in a little bit, but like it's kind of there's like a little bit of a, I don't know, what would you call it, like a divot, a cavern, like a very shallow
Kind of a
hole, and then there is an actual hole in there, but it's a mountain with a cliff side on one side. So what we did is we just shot against the cliff, and then for the wide shots where we had to like show the whole cave, we just digitally added the rest of the cave. So one side of the wall is real, the other side of the wall is fake, which Neil and I, a few weeks after we went back there and hiked up and took hundreds of photos of just every wall we could find, every little bit we could do, and use those photos to composite that. So.
Are those what you use? The same
Uh-huh.
things from the side? Okay.
Yeah, those, every single
That's
cave
why it
shot
blends
was.
so well.
Yeah, it blends well because it's
Same
photos
rock
of the
style.
exact same thing, and we had to like do like mini light setups too to match the lighting and stuff. So, yeah, so that's pretty good. But yeah, let's see. Any other questions? I guess we have about 5 minutes probably. If there's any other questions about the film, or any other questions about Avatar in general, or Slack Shack, any questions about us, other than why can't we do a competent live stream? But yeah, go watch the behind the scenes video. It's super good. Neil actually edited and directed that, so yeah, go check it out. Neil, our VFX supervisor and executive producer, so absolutely killed it. Once again, let's see. Richie asks, how is it directing a child actor? So we kind of touched on this a little bit already, but basically, like, I was very nervous about working with a child actor because they're a child, and I'm not a child, and I don't know how to work with children. If they're 3, I know how to work with them, but like a 10-year-old, yeah, how do I work with her? And so I was very nervous about that, and also, like, you know, kids, they're immature, they cry, they throw fits or whatever. I don't know what kids do, but like that, you know, don't work with kids is kind of a general rule of filmmaking. But when we brought Harley in to audition, she was so professional. She took direction so well. She's so easy to talk to, and yeah, and also, like, partially because she was a kid, when we're filming and we're working and we're like, she's sitting there and she has her blind contacts in, she can't see anything, so she's just sitting there, and while we're setting up lights and things like that, she's just like making faces at people. Like, we're sitting there and she doesn't know if we're looking at her, but like, you know, somebody's over here setting something up and she's just like, are you looking at me? And she doesn't know, but she's just making faces, and so everybody else is just watching this. It's just so funny, and we're all exhausted and we're tired and it's hot outside, and here she is making everybody laugh. So, like, yeah, she was so great. So so Richie, yeah, I don't know if that's how all child actors are. I believe no, probably not. It's probably a lot harder to deal with most child actors, but with her it was great. So multiverse director, yo, Dane and I need some advice on directing. Got any tips? We should make a video about this, about directing, because it's a lot. There's a lot that goes in directing. We are thinking about revisiting our channel Slacking Off, which is linked on our channel here, but we have some vlogs on there that we're gonna make some, like, more instructional style videos on that channel. It's called Slacking Off. But basic, I guess if I had to think about it, it would be like something basic and something pretty quick, is that you need to be the one that has all of the answers. You have to know your project inside and out, forward, backward, forward. You need to know, yeah, you need to know what you're looking for, and that doesn't mean that you need to know everything that's happening at the moment. An answer is, I don't know. You can say I don't know as a director, but you have to be able to. And when you're working with other people, like Tanner is a much better cinematographer than I am, and so you have to know how to transfer some of that control over to other people while still knowing what the final product has to be. So I told, like, for example, I told Tanner, I don't know how to make this look like a cave. Like, I don't know how to light this to make it look like a cave, but I do know I want it to feel like an ambient light. I don't want it to feel like it's too harsh. I want it to be soft. I want it to be dark, but I want it to be bright enough that we can see Toph's face and her eyes and things like that. And that was it. That was all I knew. And so then Tanner went and took it. When Harley, you know, and like something would happen where Harley would be like, why am I, why is Toph crying in this scene? And I can say, well, it's because earlier in this short film that we shot, like, she tripped, she fell, she did this, she did that, and she never cried in any of those, but then finally this is the final straw that breaks the camel's back, and she finally breaks down, and that's what happens. And then Harley's able to go, okay, that's why I'm crying. So you pretty much just have to, you have to know those kinds of things so that you can better inform everybody who's working with you, and you can do that. If you're doing it by yourself, that's totally fine as well. You just have to, I guess, know what you're making before you make it, so that as you make it, it's exactly what you want.
It is 4:58 right now.
Oh my gosh, it's almost time to start playing video games. So once again, you guys, we're going to be redirecting this live stream to our other channel, Gamers in the Attic. It's super fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. If you guys want to continue hanging out with us, it's super exciting. We do talk a lot of nerdy stuff over there as well, and we interact with the chat the entire time. So we can continue our Avatar discussion over there. So basically, just stay here. When this live stream ends, there'll be a little link. Just click it, and it'll take you right to the other channel, right to the other video that will start directly after. And if you guys have more questions, we can go ahead and we'd love to talk about more there. And if you have questions for Neil specifically, he will be on camera and he will have a microphone so you can actually hear him. And hopefully, because our computer is a little bit better, it won't be choppy like this one is, because we're on a laptop right now. So yeah, anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here again. I'm so happy that so many of you guys showed up and we were able to chat. Maybe we'll do another one of these someday soon. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching the film. Don't forget to like this live stream and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Go ahead and if you want to also help us out by joining our Patreon or our YouTube members membership. That supports us out a ton, helps us make more of these more often. So that'd be very much appreciated. Anyway, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys here in a little bit.